Boom, and we're back. Welcome to the Building in Perth podcast, everybody, and I am your host, Chris Holland. Now, today's podcast is about one of the safest investments you can get, plus we have exclusive opportunities. One of the only builders in Western Australia trusted by this organization, and we've actually figured out how you can have your whole mortgage paid off in 9 years.
Welcome, property investors. This is the Building in Perth podcast. If you're a property investor or you're curious about investing in property in Western Australia, this is the podcast for you. The reason for that is we're not going to hold back. We're not going to sugarcoat things. We're certainly not going to bullshit you, and we're going to exploit everything that you need to know. There's a lot of negative press at the moment in WA regarding building, and it doesn't have to be. So what we're going to do is help you navigate through that bullshit and create your wealth free of charge. We're just giving you this information. Every month we're going to have special guests on who are industry professionals, and then we're going to release an episode every single Monday, so you're not going to miss anything. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe so you never miss anything, and enjoy.
So this is perfect for someone that wants to invest, have nothing to do with it, don't have to worry about rent inspections or agencies or tidiness or maintenance, absolutely nothing. Guaranteed rent out at a fixed price for 9 years consistently. Plus, we will go ahead and do the numbers for you. And if you've got that extra spare cash, to have it all paid off in 9 years' time, and it's not going to break the bank. So ideal for someone sitting with 50 to 100 grand in the bank, a good high-paying job, pretty secure. Probably like a FIFO worker who's working full time and doesn't have much stress of losing the role. If you did lose your job during this investment, it wouldn't matter because you've got 9 years guaranteed anyway of rental income. Plus, what we're trying to do here though is create a package for you that will have the whole thing paid off. So let's just say ballpark, it's going to cost you $665K for this investment opportunity, which is not a lot, maybe $60,000 to $70,000 in deposit. In 9 years' time, you'll have it all paid off. So what am I talking about? DHA, Defence Housing Australia. Over here in Western Australia, especially in the Rockingham area and Swanbourne, the Navy is absolutely expanding massively. So everyone who's going to be training to join the Navy in the future in the whole of Australia are going to be relocated over here to Western Australia. And basically the DHA is putting out tenders now for builders like ourselves, which I am so grateful. It has taken us about two and a half years to get onboarded with these guys. There's a lot of checks that needed to be done. Not any builder can build these specified homes for the DHA. They've got to be built on a certain method of construction within a certain timeline. They give you a whole heap of specifications that you've got to meet. Nothing too crazy. No pavers. Got to be concrete driveways, lower bench tops, wider door frames, a certain amount of LED downlights and double GPOs, etc., etc. But basically, when you're onboarded with the Navy or any other sort of defence housing scheme, they set out their minimum requirements. So we've worked with them. We've got packages already put together. But the trick is the block of land. The block of land also has a criteria. It's got to be in a certain location. It's got to be of a certain size. There's actually quite a lot. But from the good work in here at CC West, we have negotiated back and forth for a couple of years, and we have exclusive blocks available. So look, if you've got a pile of cash and you don't know what to do with it, you don't want to blow it on cars and jet skis and Bali holidays and stuff like that, if you want to give us $60,000, $70,000, we will show you how to make $650,000 in 9 years completely mortgage free. Now, probably halfway through that point, after a year or two, we'll build you another one, and there's nothing that's going to stop us building one of these every year or every second year if you allow us to. There's no difference in valuations and equity when it comes to one of these DHAs. Because of the minimum specification level the DHA require, it's not any negatives, it's actually upgrades to a normal household. But we have two plans available that sit on 3 different block sizes, which we already have secured that we can only sell. And basically, long story short, we build a house, the government will rent it out off us for 9 years guaranteed at a fixed rate. We also help negotiate that fixed rate. So they will look at today's market, and let's say that house is getting $550 a week around the street and it's not a DHA. The chances are you'll get $650 per week, but it is fixed for the 9 years. The good and bad with that, if inflation and rent prices keep rising, you technically are losing out if you were to go and do this independently and not through DHA. However, it doesn't matter when the tenancies move out or whatever, and there's a break or there's a 4-week or a 6-week period where you can't get someone in to rent your property. This is guaranteed $650 a week every single week of the year. There's also a slightly higher project management fee that we factor into this. But in saying that, at the end of it, they repaint your house, they do new flooring, they bring it back to absolute immaculate condition, the garden beds get taken care of. You really don't have to worry about it. So 9 years' time, they will hand you back the keys and it'll look the exact same as what it did when you first built the thing. So that's good. However, the catch to this is we crunch some numbers, and if you can afford an extra $130 to $170 a week on average, to put in, as well as your $650 a week that the government will be giving you, in 9 years' time, you will be completely mortgage free for this investment. So there really is no negative. It's just the initial upload of deposit. But if you're an over East investor, and I'm telling you need $70,000, and in 9 years you're going to be $650 in the bank with no mortgage attached to it, you're not going to believe me. So over here in Western Australia, we still have such affordable accommodation, but the fact that we have no rent worries, agency fees, any of this stuff. Obviously, when we build it, we build in a package that any maintenance that needs done, we cover as well. So really, you literally have nothing to worry about. Once you pay that deposit, we take care of everything. Because of the specification requirements, it takes us about 8 months to build these houses, not 6 months, but you're still getting it in record time compared to the rest of the market. And then, in 9 years' time, you've got the whole thing paid off. As long as you can be strict and put in that extra top-up of $130 to $170, depending on the two packages we currently have on offer, you'll have it all paid off in 9 years. Now, if you don't want to do that and cash flow is a bit tight and you do lose your job and you don't have that extra $130, $170 a week, that's fine. It's still rented out for 9 years. And guess what? After the 9 years, we can rent it out privately. We can go down that route if you want, and you can increase that rate of rent, and you can potentially possibly get even more. But I think it's an absolute safe bet when you get in bed with the government. You're never going to get missed pays. It's going to get treated well. Even if they treat it not well, the government will actually kick in and fix things up. So it's a win-win for everyone. So we have multiple of these packages. Now, the trick is it's only in certain locations. They're not going to let you build these anywhere. So we've worked hard with the government to acquire X amount of blocks. So at the time of recording, it's the 24th of November. I reckon we've got 3 of these before Christmas, and then we'll have to dig in next year. But 3 of these are available just now for the end of the year. If they're not gone by the end of Christmas, they will be, to you guys, they will be to our internal staff, because these are a foolproof investment. So if you're looking for a safe investment, you don't need to do anything. There's no headaches. You don't even choose the color selection, the scheme. There's no pre-start. It's all selected by the government. So if you actually just want a foolproof way to be mortgage free in 9 years' time, this is the one for you. So DHA, Defence Housing Australia, in partnership with CC West. If you've got the money, let's do it. Reach out. Fun, quick and easy. Get in touch if you're interested. info@ccwest.com.au, 0404 308 346, or just DM me, www.ccwest.com.au. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you're keeping cool in this ridiculous heat that we're having at the moment. But this is sunny Perth, and this is why we all live here. Have a good week, guys, and thanks for tuning in. Cheers. Bye.